Hi gang, this is Mike G from Mr G TV coming live in the Mr G TV Facebook group. Now I'm talking to you guys live, interacting, and I'm also filming this for YouTube. I decided not to go live on YouTube, hi Katie, simply because I can't interact, I can't see your responses and interact with you guys. Hi Mark. So I'm going live in the Facebook group. I want to welcome you all. Hi Marion. I want to welcome you all. I'm going to get started straight away. I've got to say by legislation that this is for entertainment purposes only. Hi Helen. And what I want you to do, Katie, Mark, I've got your number. Marion, I want a number off you. And Helen, I want a number off you. Put your numbers on the screen. Hi Linda. And I'm going to start reading your cards. One number between 0 and 72. Any number that you want between 0 and 72. Because this is a public demonstration for entertainment purposes only, and I'll keep saying that, I'm not going to reveal any personal details. If anything comes up that moves into the realms of necessity, then we'll talk off cam after this public reading. Hiya Tracy. But all I want off you guys, I'll sign in, which I haven't done yet, but here I go. Hi guys, thank you for coming online. Hiya Jane. If for any reason, and it can happen because I'm transmitting from Thailand, but if for any reason this goes offline, hi Angela, just put your numbers on the screen please, between 0 and 72. If this goes off, just stay live with me, stay in the group, and I'll reconnect if it goes off. But all being well, God willing, universe willing, we'll keep the connection and we'll have a wonderful evening. Hiya Beatrice. So put your numbers on the screen. I want a number off you, one number between 0 and 72 inclusive, and then I'm going to start to do the readings. I've already said twice, I'm going to say again, this is for entertainment purposes only, but I work with the cards, I work with you guys empathically, even though we're probably 7,000 miles away, and I can still tune in with you, and I work with your guides and my guides, whatever that means, and you'll get to understand the way that I talk and the way that I explain. If I use any words, hi Martin, if I use any words that you disagree with, forgive me now, they're just words. So you might use the words angels, I might use the words ETs. That's just a controversial example. You might use the word God, I might use the word grand organising designer. We're on the same wavelength, we mean the same thing. I offer this with love, I offer this for your consideration. I never say that I'm right, but I think you'll enjoy the demonstration. So I'm going to start first of all, I need to get your numbers on the screen, post your numbers please, and I'm going to work first of all with Stephen Oliver Griffiths, who's given me the number 36. So as always, I'm going to count down, I'm on fire, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Excuse me, I'm going to say straight away that if you're listening to somebody else's reading, based on the fact that we're all the same and we're all in the oneness, take their reading for you also. And also listen to some of the things that I say, not saying that I'm clever or that I'm right, but you'll see what's relevant for you. What you're going to find out is that the way I phrase things, my words and my understandings, the gnosis, the knowledge, you can learn from. And I can learn from you guys as well. So even if it's not your reading, tune in, because the person that I'm reading is an aspect of you. And if you don't understand that, we need a chat. Okay, so this is for Stephen, and it's financial and material changes. Okay, it's coming up with the number 5. And most of the changes for you are going to be experienced in May, but you're actually going through change at the moment, Steve. It's financial and material changes. So you're considering money, and you're considering the application of money. Hi Alex, you're considering money. I'm reading Stephen at the moment, who's given me the number 36. Put your numbers on the screen. By May, you're going to have in your hands a new financial situation and material changes. In other words, the physical parts of your life, the things that you can see, feel, smell, taste and touch, you're going to be in a different place by May. But you've got your hands on it now. It seems to me that you've actually, it's in your hands and you have got a firm grip on it. But what spirits are guiding you towards is that your success is going to happen in May. So it's March now, so in 2 months' time, keep yourself moving in the direction that you are. But it's saying consider financial changes. I'm going to get another card for you for financial and material changes. Morality. So do what you think is morally right, not what is financially right, or not what suits your ego, Steve. And I know you're not that sort of guy. We're very like-minded. So keep yourself morally on the high ground with the changes in your physical circumstances. Hiya, Rosemary. With your physical circumstances and the material benefits that you're going to get in May. If you want to talk to me more about this, Steve, you know where I am, because you're in my Mike Body Spirit group, so I'm always available to you. Hope you can take that, Steve. I know you can. So I'm looking for numbers. I've got Mark. I know, Mark, you've already given me 14, so I've got 14 from Mark. Marion, Helen, hi guys, I'm not forgetting you, but I'm concentrating on this screen. I've got 2 cameras working. This is for YouTube and this is for Facebook. Tracy Brown, Linda Lewis, Helen Elizabeth, Jane Cook, Angela, Beatrice Fern, Alex, Rosemary, Frank Barlow, hiya Frank, thanks for joining, and Steph Lewis. I want numbers off you. Just put a number on the screen and I'll read your cards. But I'm going to go now to Francis. Put your number up, I'll make a note and I'll get through you all. I seriously will stay until all the readings are completed as best as I can. If we have to have a part 2 tomorrow, I'm up for that, but we'll just see how we go. So this is Francis, and Francis has chosen 33. So I'm counting 33 cards down from my apathic psychic deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You're seeing it first. And as I say, even if this reading isn't for you, it's relevant to you, because in the oneness you can see how I read for other people. You can make interpretations for yourself, and I think you'll find it interesting and valuable. So this is for Francis, and Spirit are going to tempt you, Francis. They're going to tempt you with something physical. In fact, they're going to tempt you, interestingly enough, what date is it today? It's the 12th. On the 15th, in 3 days' time. How current is that? It's a black card, so it's very much in the now, unlike Steve's that was 2 months ahead in May. This is actually in 3 days' time, on the 15th. It's all about you, which is the I am, and it's all about change and an opportunity to change with a temptation, which might seem very tempting, which is what temptations are, but it's telling you to push it away. And it's actually something that's going to have the key to your heart. So it's going to really resonate with you. It's going to really tempt you. It's going to be something like somebody says to you, do you want some chocolate cake? And you really love chocolate cake, but it's not that. It's something far more important than chocolate cake, but that's just an example. But you've got to push that chocolate cake away. You've got to push that temptation away, literally in 3 days, Francis. And let's just see what it's all about, if we can, without revealing too much. Okay, it's about the inner voice. So actually, you've got a bit of conflict in your mind at the moment, and you've got 2 voices. They say, the Native American Indians, that you've got 2 wolves inside of you. Okay, and the question is, which one do you feed? Well, the one that you don't feed, funnily enough for you, Francis, is the one in 3 days' time that's going to tempt you to do something that you think you want. Well, that's your ego. And what it's saying is, Francis, push that away. Don't do that. So that's very important that you gave me that number, that you got that message tonight, because you're going to be tempted in 3 days' time. And the cards and spirit, and I'm telling you, don't accept the temptation. Push it away and show some resilience. Okay, so have I got any? I'm not at the moment getting any. I've got 16 people watching. I've called out the names. I want a number off you, Steph, unless you're just happy to watch. A number off you, Frank. You can put a number on the screen. I'll say hi again. And where you're seeing the hi, there's me saying hi. And I'm waving at you guys. Hi, guys. High five. So you can see where I'm texting you, you can text me back in this live and give me a number and I'll give you a reading from that one card. And I'm not going to reveal any secrets, don't worry about that. It's a public reading, okay, and it's for your entertainment. That's what I've got to say, but it's far more deep than that. I work with the cards, I work with you, and I work with spirit. Okay, so I'm going to go to Pam now, and Pam's giving me 0. Now there is no 0 card, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to, there's my deck of cards, and I'm going to go to the still point and I'm going to lift up somewhere, and that is the card. Hi David, that's the card that I've got for Pam, and it's partnerships and alliances. Spirits are going to give you a collaboration, Pam, okay? And the way that it is that a man is going to lift you up. If it was the other way around, it would be a woman or you lifting a man up, but this is a man who's going to lift you up. It's a partnership that's been there for a while, and it's going to be reignited, it's going to be reformed, rebonded. You're going to be pleasantly surprised, okay? And it's this month, it's the 3rd month, it comes up with the number 3. So in March, this is very interesting, and it's going to be spiritually edifying. So we've had physical cards, we've had now cards, and now we're looking at spiritual cards. So Pam, for you, your 0 card is that you might have thought in your current situation that you're very much alone, but surprisingly, a man is going to come along, and it's not something that you're going to have to look for. It's going to happen. This man is going to pull you, hi Rose, he's going to pull you out of the situation that you're currently in, and he's going to be part of your team. Let's see if we can find out what it's about. Okay, it's about maturity. It's about this person is going to lift you out of something that you might have had, hi guys, out of something that, I'm not ignoring, I've got a camera working here for YouTube, so I'm looking here because this is where my concentration is, but I'm actually live on YouTube here as well. Well, it will be live, I'll be posting it later. So basically for Pam, she's going to find some maturity, and instead of going into a childish or childlike response, she's going to have a male who's going to support her and give her some backbone. Now, quite often women save men, so this intersexist thing, and I don't believe in sexes anyway, it's just an expression of male and female energy. At the moment, operating spiritually, as a psychic, as a medium, as a clairvoyant, as a clairaudience, in this modality, I'm operating from female. So all this business about binary and sexuality, it's irrelevant to me, because we have all got male and female and binary and duality within us all. So for you, Pam, you're going to be saved with male energy, okay, and it's going to give you the maturity that you need to face the situation that's going on in your life. So I haven't got any numbers off you guys on the screen yet. You really need, if you want me to read you, you need to write on the screen and give me a number. Now, Jane Cook knows how to do it because she's done it before. Rose Chaplin knows how to do it because she's done it before. She's been in my live readings. So is Beatrice. So is Linda Lewis. So put a number on the screen, please, because I've seen no numbers so far. I can see none of your numbers. So if there's no numbers on the screen, I can't give you a reading. Okay, there you go, Rose Chaplin. There you go, Dave Mills. Good, guys. So Rose has given me 50, and David, good to see you, Dave. And Dave's given me 6, and Martin Dyer, now we're flying. Martin Dyer has given me 27, good man. Linda Lewis has given me 17. Tracy Brown has given me, oh, I'm buzzing now, 7. Jane Cook has given me 23. Julia Marsh, oh, this is cool. Julia Marsh has given me 12. Tina's given me 13. Okay, Rosemary Challen, Rosemary's given me 44, all the 4's 44. Jane Cook's just saying, I think they're hiding higher up. You could, well, no, actually. Well, I just scrolled up and I can't see them, but thanks for saying that, Jane. Hi, Mike, I did put 14 on. Okay, I understand that you've done it, but I kept asking because I couldn't see it, and I'm seeing them now, so I hope you don't mind me asking. It's just the way that Facebook works. Karen Wells, has given me 26. It's better to ask and get than not ask and get nothing. Steph Lewis. Okay, you can stop giving me numbers now. That's plenty to be getting on with. Okay, cool. All right, so interesting. So interestingly enough, the first person that answered there was Rose, but I'm going to go to David. Okay, it's usually ladies first, but I'm actually going to go to David because I haven't seen David before on one of these. I've never read him before, and I'm going to do number 6 for David. So I'm shuffling the cards, Dave. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're seeing the card first. Wow, there you go. Power card, Dave. Shaman and man. That's the card. That's the image. That's the image for YouTube as well. This is for Dave Mills. Okay. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for watching. Okay, so this is going to... Your power has been developing, okay? All of us have ups and downs. But you're going to find that by the 8th month, which is actually May is the 5th month, May, June, July, by August, hi Tina, by August, Dave, you're going to be in your power. And it comes from fighting. This is the lion that takes sunlight. The lion's mane is representative of solar flares. It's also Christ consciousness, which is why you'll see Christ on the cross, the Son of God, the Son, not just the S-O-N, the Son, like I've got a son. It's the S-U-N, it's the Sun, the solar logo. So by being in the sun and by having a sunny disposition, by being bright and light and smiling and not getting down in the dumps, you'll find your power. And with that, by August, you'll also find that you step into your wisdom with the sun. In other words, you'll be more philosophical. You won't be as, I know you don't run from ego, but you won't even be running from male testosterone. You won't be running from your culture, your age, your education. You'll just be running on love and wisdom. And with that love and wisdom comes power. And the allegory, the story of the Son of God who found his power on the cross. This is getting heavy, isn't it? I wasn't going to say this. I never plan, I don't script these things. It's just what comes through me. And I've got to tell you this story, Dave, is somebody who was crucified. By being crucified, Jesus, who was the Son, on the cross, found his power and changed the world, because we're still talking about him. So you've been crucified over the last few years, and it's going to continue until the 8th. That doesn't mean there's more doom and gloom ahead. It means that you're stepping into your power now, which is why you're getting this reading tonight. I'm going to give you one more card just to make. Okay, so it comes with compromise, Dave. The compromise you're going to have to make is going to be in June, which is the 6th month. So in other words, your power and your future is going to change on the 6th, which is, as I say, June. So be flexible, Dave. Just let go of all your preconceived ideas about where your success is going to be found. We've all got ideas. We've all got goals. I'm well into goal setting and goal getting, but we have to be ultimately flexible. And if you're flexible and you're loving and you hold on to your power and you're wise, like that shaman was wise, and you look at the bigger picture, not just what you wanted to do, but actually what's better for you and everybody. That's the compromise, and you'll make that compromise in June. By August, you'll get the realization of your dreams, that it might be not what you expect. I suspect it's going to be better and more suited to your new personality in 2022. That's really exciting, Dave. And because I know you, I haven't seen you for ages, I know, and we are going to get together. But I think that's really exciting, and I think you deserve that, Dave, so I'm very happy for you. I hope you can take that. Let me know how you get on with that. I'm going to read Rose now at 50, and then I've got Martin Dyer next. Okay, so here's Rose, and she's given me the card 50. Okay, absolutely love these cards. Thank you, Tina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Counting down to 50 for Rose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 10 more to go. I teach these cards. It's the John Holland deck, and it's superb. I also teach the Osho deck, and a new deck that I'm working with at the moment, which I've got here. I don't need cards. I sometimes work with runes. I can work with anything, but I love these cards because they're actually very representative of who I am. Empathic Psychic. 10 more cards for you, Rose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the card for YouTube, and that's the card for Facebook, Mr. GTV for you, Rose. And it's the upside down movement, choices and decisions. Okay, this actually is old news, but you're being reminded that in February there was a lot of choices, and Spirit is saying that there's more choices based on what was started in February for you. Okay, the choices, if I look at the card right way up, are the sky's the limit, which I think they are if you get your bum in gear. Organic change, which means you've planted, hi Ricardo, which means that you've planted the seeds and now you'll grow and benefit. There's no weeds for you, it's seeds that have been planted and you're going to grow. There's rings, which is actually, interestingly enough, opportunities of new relationships, opportunities of new soul mates, and partnerships. And there's also money and tokens is energy coming back to you. When you work, you're given coins, tokens, and then you put energy in, you get paid, all being well, and then you can spend that money, and this is going to be an exchange of energy. So this is reminding you, Rose, something that started in February. You've still got choices. Now let's just have a look where we can go with this for you. Okay, it's the dream. That's interesting, isn't it? And interestingly, in the dream, funnily enough, okay, so this started in February, it's now March, it's coming up with June for you. I gave a date for Dave before, but it's June for you, and it's the dream, and it's looking at relationships and love. So I don't know, and it says their relationship, so I don't know whether or not you think you're looking for one, but it suggests that there's an opportunity for a relationship for you in June. And it's also you, the dreamer. What dare you dream? What dare you dream, Rose? Because the theme of your dream, you've got to turn the theme of your dream into a meme. In other words, you've got to affirm and know firmly and be assertive about directing your life and directing. Oh my word, thank you. That obviously resonates. Okay, you've got a question later, Pam. Okay, well you can ask it now or you can ask it later, no problem at all. So obviously that resonates with you, Rose. I don't want to reveal anything that's private in a public reading, but that's obviously massively significant. I've got no idea what's going on for you, but that's what's going on for you. There you go. Wonderful. That's wonderful, Rose. You've got to direct your dreams. Dreams can't be random. Nothing in life must be random. You've got to live by the law of control. And it's your imagination. It's these images in dreams that come through and the images that you hold in your mind that dictate your outcomes. But a lot of people just have dread and fear because of all this shit on television. I mean, the television is basically just projecting Ukraine war crisis, climate crisis, financial crisis, food shortage crisis, terrorism crisis, refugees crisis. It's just a lie machine. It's just a lie machine. That's not the world that I live in. It's going on, but it's external to me, and I'm not unaware of it, and I pray for it, and I positively project and manifest in cosmic order that sorts itself out. But it's not stopping me too much from experiencing my lovely life, apart from the fact I'd like to get back and be in the UK with my kids and grandkids, but that will happen when it happens, and you've just got to be at peace until these dreams manifest. So this dream for you started in February, it's going to start to materialize in June, and it's very relevant now that you direct your dreams and that you focus your dreams, and it's very much about relationships, exchange of energy, and financial security and travel, Rose. So well done you. So I'm going to go now to Martin, who gave me number 27, Martin Dyer. Haven't read you before, have I, Martin? But thanks for joining me. Hope you're still there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, it's interesting actually that David, who gave me the number 6, 6 actually represents asking for something. Asking for something. So the answer that I gave him is the answer. Good night, Dave. Just still talking about you, choosing 6, which is asking for something, and you've got the answer tonight. So just be firm and stick to your guns and stick to your moral code, mate, because you're a good guy. As I say, you've been crucified a bit, but you're going to be resurrected. Okay, that sounds biblical, but I actually believe that for you. Martin's 27, 2 and 7 is 9, and 9 is the answer. So this will be the answer, Martin, to what you've been asking. And it's come up again with a similar card. Okay, that's twice that card's come out for 2 men tonight, and it's putting your hand on something. Okay, you have got, Martin, financial and material changes in May. What's actually, oh, well done, Martin. You've got financial and material changes happening in May with many choices, and you've got to keep your hands on it. It's in 3 areas of your life. It's in your physical life, but it's actually going to challenge, if you like, your values and ideals. You're going to have to stick to your guns so that you're not compromised by egoic temptations. That was a big word, wasn't it, for a Saturday night? Egoic temptations. It's very, very easy to be flirted with. I'm going to use that word. It's very easy to be flirted with, and it doesn't necessarily mean that some person is flirting with you. You can flirt with yourself. You can almost like become a parody of yourself. You can get an idea of yourself, and you can get above yourself. This is going to challenge you to be grounded, Martin. This is going to challenge you to be grounded, to keep your hand firmly on the start of the journey and the progression of the journey. Let me just see where this takes me. Okay, fine. Something at the moment is doing your head in. It's almost like there's a temptation for you to get positively proactive, but actually to be your own worst enemy and to defeat yourself because you do your own head in. This is a very structured male, and I'm a very structured male, and because I can be very left-brained, because I was sort of quite authoritarian in my job, which was almost like directing traffic. I was an AA patrolman, so it's like the 4th emergency service, quite regimented, but I'm quite a creative person. That regimentation didn't fit my personality. Now I'm saying that to you because you've got to create some order, or you're being asked to create order or to be orderly to fit in, and it's doing your head in. You don't fit in this situation. You've got to find your own way. Now, this said financial and material changes. I've got a feeling that you're going to have a change of direction in your living circumstances and the way and the place that you make your money. Now, I don't know what's going on for you, Martin, and whether or not you agree with that, but by May, it's your destiny. 2 things. 1 is you're going to have more women around you, and 2 is you're going to be in a situation where a female is going to be almost like overseeing or supervising you. So women are going to come into your realm, into your dimension, and it's going to be very good for you. It's going to open up that right-brained side, that creative side. You're not going to be allowed to be too, like I'm Taurus. And as I say, I'm a man, but you know, I was very like a martial artist 4th Dan. I was quite regimented with my engineering job. But in the last 30 years doing energy and consciousness, it's more of a female thing. That doesn't mean a girly thing. I don't mean that in any way. It just means that it's opened up for me the ability to express myself and to be more heart aware. that's where you're going to go, Martin. You're going to be challenged on your ideals. You're going to, if you like, become a better man by engaging more creatively and more with your yin energy than your yang energy. I'm going to do a third card for you, Martin. I haven't done this before. Okay, so this is what it says. Okay, so it's coming up with insecurity. That's interesting. I don't sense that you are insecure, but I feel there's a lack of confidence, that you're being challenged, and this is what's doing your head in. And quite often, it's quite hard. I'm talking about myself here, so if the cat fits where it, Martin, it's quite difficult to be a man now. Men don't know how to behave. We've just had Women's Day. We know that in industry, women are stepping up. In politics, women are stepping up, and rightly so. And because of the PC culture and the cancel culture, where you've got to be very careful what you say, and it's very easy if you're old school, which I am, to say something which offends people, which I do all the time. But luckily, I'm self-employed, so no one's going to sack me. But I don't think you're in that position. I think you're in a position where it's quite difficult for you to be who you want to be. So I think you're going to be around more women, and that's going to help you on that change. You're going to be shifting into a new, more powerful version of yourself by embracing your femininity and your creativity, but not hanging up your testosterone or your maleness. And you're going to be able to do it with dignity and power. And I think at the moment you're not being able to, because it's hard to be a man. And I think you're going to be Spirit of being kind to you and saying, we're going to show you the way to embrace a new side of you, and with that you're going to find your power, Martin. I don't want to go any deeper than that. I think that was quite deep, but I hope you can take that, Martin. You might not know what I'm talking about, but I actually think you do. And as I say, the card predicting it's going to be May, June, so if it doesn't fit now, it will in a couple of months, and I'll be very interested for your feedback as to whether or not you find that what I've said is correct. But that's what you needed to hear, and God bless you. Thank you, Martin. I'm going to go with Linda Lewis now, who gave me card number 17. Hope you're enjoying this, guys. Let me just have a slurp. I always talk to you with a brew. Rose Chaplin's just asked me, what's your brother called, Rose? You've given me the number 4 for your brother. What's your brother's name? Put your brother's name on the screen, Rose, please. If you can. If you can't, it's not matter, because we're all in the oneness and we're all one. We just call each other's different names, but we're all one. So this is for Linda Lewis, and it's number 17. Thank you, Linda. Hope you're well, Linda. I haven't seen you for yonks. When I get back, I'll catch up with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's the card, Linda. New beginnings. This is a woman who I know reinvents herself every month. It's Martin, Rose. Okay, thank you. So when I get to this, it's number 4 for Martin. Thank you, Linda. I won't. Thank you, Rose. I won't forget. Okay, so this is for Linda. New beginnings for you, woman on top of the world with the 0. Coming full circle. It's going back to something that you've done before, or it's going back to your roots. Going back to my roots. There's a song like that, isn't there? This is going back to your roots, Linda. It's actually getting ready and preparing to go with the door behind you and going back to something that's, if you like, the foundations of who you are. And to be honest with you, I can relate to that, because I try new ventures, I reinvent myself, and some work and some don't. But I know where my strengths are, I know where my weaknesses are, and it's a little bit like I was saying with Martin. I try sometimes to be PC, but I'm not a PC guy, and I'm not particularly like, what do you call it? I'm not a new man either, a new age man. I'm just me, and I can't be anything else. I never want to offend anybody, but I do say what I mean and mean what I say. And I think in a female way, Linda, I think you're the same. You're not going to be manipulated, and you're not going to be changed, even though there is this sort of like woke cancel culture. and that's not you either, you know. And to be honest with you, being the person, that's the card, being the person that you were, and the person that you are, becoming again, is where you should be. I think you've been moulded and manipulated like we all have, and this is basically saying that this is new beginnings, but it's new beginnings. Jan Thomas, and you're giving me number 63. I've always got time for you, Jan. I think you've realised actually that the world is, I'm talking to Linda now, that the world is well-meaning, but it doesn't always mean well. It's like I've said before, sometimes you can do things right, but you're not doing the right things. And I think that very much fits with you, that you've always tried to do things right, but you've probably been doing the wrong things right. I'm very well, thanks, Mike. And it's good to see you. Give me a number, Mike, and I'll give you a card reading. Put a number on the screen. Anything between 0 and 72. This is getting back to your roots. Hiya, Jill. This is getting back to your roots, Linda. And it's something, it's basically where you started. And it's a no bullshit version of you. It's not being corporately PC or particularly societally PC. It's just being who you are with your personality. Passion reignited, and it's all about you. 9, Mike. Okay, cool. Stay with me, Mike. And if you can't stay with me, check back and I'll give you a reading. Got quite a few, but I'm getting through them and I'm on a roll. So I'm working still with you, Linda, and I'm saying that passion's reignited. And it's all about you now. So you've got to actually almost like, where it says new beginnings, and if you think where you were, even like without a husband and without kids, just you in the early days, I feel that you're going to system restore, even though you've got family now, that you're going to go back to before those days and reconnect, if you like, go back to that default person. I'm going to take this a bit further for you, Linda. Right, okay. Since February, Linda, there's been a voice that you've been hearing that is a voice that isn't naturally or normally in your head or in your house. That there's been a vibration, a sense of not being alone, and it might at times have unnerved you, but actually because it's just an unknown, and unknowns unnerve us. I'm going to say for you, with everything that I've said, that you're going to have to come out your comfort zone this year, and that knowns are not where you want to be. People say I'm scared of the unknown. No, be scared of the known. You've been there, done that. You know what that creates. For you, it's something new, but it's going back to something before you were, I'm going to use the word tied within your marriage. It's going back to skills that you had as a single woman. And you've got to listen to that inner voice. You've got actually in your house, comes back with this as well. You've been dreaming about it as well. I would go to bed tonight, Linda, with the intention to connect with a dream catcher, to a message that somebody's been talking to you. Okay, so I've got a lady in spirit for you. Okay, so I'm going to give you the name Julia. And I'm going to give you the name Julia as a spirit guide that's been with you before I met you, who's not been happy with the choices that you've made, but is very happy now that where you are, you're going to go full circle. She was brought to work with you, and it's a connection with your mother. Brought to work with you to help you get back on your path because you lost it. And I think what's actually happened is you've got lost in other people's dreams, including dreams of your own, where you were dragged away from the direction that you should have been, and actually you're going to get back on that path. I don't think I want to say any more publicly now. I think I've said enough, Linda. It's all good. It's all good. And you'll get this information without me in a dream tonight if you go to bed with the intentions of receiving it. And if you hold stillness and meditation, even if you're not asleep, you can get the information. And you know how to do that because we've done that in the past. And if you do want to talk to me, you know where I am, and you can message me and we can talk on cam out of this public thing, because this is there's some stuff that I can share with you, but not publicly. And it's all good, Linda, nothing to worry about. It's all good. I'm going to move on now to Tracy, who's given me the number 7. God bless you, Linda. Hope you can take that. Julia, remember that name. Check your family tree on your mother's side. I'm in no doubt. I don't say these things guessing. Okay, number 7 for Tracy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hi, Ann Harrison. Yes, you can have number 8. Good time for my pen to decide to run out, but there you go. Tracy, number 7, patience. Okay, it's coming up with May. You've planted seeds a while ago and you've kept your hand on them. And this is you engaging your maleness. It's you coming out with an assertiveness and trying to find your power in moments of weakness and in moments of doubt. And there's no doubt about it that what's been going on in the world has made everybody question themselves, but it's actually, in my opinion, allowed people with self-isolation and going into worry and fear, which has all been projected at us, to question what life's about, and nobody's been doing it more than you, Tracy. It's your time and you've had patience. You actually haven't gone into too much chaos. You've had an inner thing going on, but you've actually been very, very Spirit are proud of you. Spirit are proud of you. Spirit are saying, you know, you stood up well and you were there for everybody else and you had some integrity. Well, that's going to be a blessing for you, because in May, what you've been asking for is going to come to fruition. You've been fighting. You've had to defend yourself. It's been a battle. And what I've got to tell you is that you don't have to have perfection. I haven't said this to anybody else tonight. I don't just repeat things when I see cards. These cards have no formula with them. They're not angel cards where you read it and it's the same for everybody. No, for you, Tracy, you are a perfectionist. But I'm going to tell you now that perfection isn't needed. There's a bit of a story that goes with that. The Navajo Indians used to make rugs and weave them, and they used to leave a knot, which is almost like an error or a flaw in the weaving, and they left a knot so they didn't anger the gods, so the gods didn't think that the Navajo Indians were trying to be perfect. Never told that story for a long time, decades. Story I learned a long time ago in my martial arts background. You don't need perfection. You are perfect as you are, Tracy. And you've been fighting yourself more than anybody else, and there's nothing to fight. You have been patient, waiting for your opportunity, and Spirit is saying that you've done very well. They're very proud of you, and you're going to get your trust, your true deserts, in other words, what you deserve, by trusting yourself and waiting until May. Okay, so what this is saying is that there's been a lot of discontent and boredom, Tracy, and you've got to turn yourself round, because everything that you're looking for is here, but you're just not looking in the right direction. And from the 4th month, which is April, hi Meg, in the 4th month, which is April, you've got to turn round and come out of looking away, because through this gateway is all this beautiful spectrum of light, all these chakra colours, and the palace that you're looking for, and the life that you deserve, this fantasy that you think is a dream. It isn't, it's your reality. If you turn round in April, which is the 4th month, you'll create the manifestation of your dream. And because you've been patient, and because you've had integrity in the way that you've been operating, if you continue with that integrity, you're going to get everything that you've been asking for. I'm really pleased for you, Tracy. Well done. Let me know how you get on with that. As I say, I can't go too deeply because it's a private reading. I'd normally do, if you like, a 50 card spread. I'm taking this from one card and then choosing cards for you. But I think that's what you needed to hear tonight. And I'm going to work with Jane now. Jane Cook, okay, who chose number 23. I'm going really well here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you, Mike. That resonates with me so much. I actually pulled that card myself yesterday. Oh my God. Well, we are all one. And within the oneness, you chose that number. I pulled the card for you, 7,000 miles away. So what's the chances of that synchronicity or coincidence? So there's no coincidences. So you pulled that card, I pulled that card. So that's the meaning of the card. And that's what you needed to hear, Tracy. You know something, Tracy? I'm going to say this now. I wrote Tracy 7 down, and you've just answered now, and I now realise it's Tracy Brown, so I know who I'm talking to. But it's actually better that I just wrote Tracy down. I wrote Tracy, Linda, Martin, Jane, Julie. I don't know who you are. I just see the name, and I don't relate it to the fact that you've been doing work with my daughter. So I don't really want to know. When I do psychic readings, empathic readings, tarot readings, the less I know, the better. I really don't want to know. I get more wisdom when I'm 44 meg, okay. I get more wisdom and more honesty in the reading when I've absolutely no idea who I'm talking to, because otherwise it's like I know you and it's kind of like bias the reading, and I really don't want that. In fact, to be honest with you, when I do readings, I can quite often, I've just done it now, I can hardly often talk because I'm not in physical, I'm in spiritual connection, and my body doesn't work. If you've ever watched me on stage, and my daughter has many times, and many people have in Liverpool and all over the place, Abigail, and where I work, they'll know that on stage I'm actually all over the place because my body doesn't work, my mouth doesn't work when I'm in spiritual connection. Okay, that's another story. Jane 23. So where was I? I'm counting these cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, Jane. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's the card talking to YouTube. First chakra card tonight, Jane. Third eye chakra. Spirit are wanting you to, upside down card, particularly for something that's coming up in June. June's come up a lot tonight, actually. We had May and June with every date. So May and June is a shift. It's a time of change, May and June. Third eye chakra for you, Jane. Opening up at a pineal level. Getting to the point where you become more intuitive, which I think you are. In fact, I know you are. But what it's basically saying to you is that have that insight awareness, which you've been doing that training in my Mind, Body, Spirit, sort of like personal development group. And if anybody's interested in developing themselves to another level, you want to talk to me about that. It's £10 a month. Give that money to charity and you'll absolutely love it. The Mind, Body, Spirit Development Group. There's 44 lovely people in there who will become your new best mates, and you'll absolutely love that. Jane's a member. She's a spiritual warrior in there, and she's been told to tune in June the 6th to her third eye and to use visualization, insight awareness, and listen to her inner guidance. And the question is, I'd be asking, and Jane's asking, so I'm going to ask, is why? And it comes up again. My goodness, how many times have I had that card? I'm choosing blinds from a deck here of 102 Osho cards, and it's basically saying, hi Muskin, it's basically saying you've got to show some maturity. But it's not educational maturity, Jane. It's not being clever. It's not your intellect. It's your inspiration. It's showing maturity with inspiration. It's being spiritually mature in June. And I don't think it's all about just yourself. It's about forgiveness. So this is actually a child being protected by a rhinoceros, and this is you, the child, who can. I'm being kind here, you know I love you, don't you, Jane? But it's actually can be immature, okay? And that might just be your story in the world. I don't know. That might just be your story. or it might have worked in the past. And it might be something that you hide, but it's just something that you feel that the inner child, the little girl, like I still want a nice lolly. I'm a little boy, even though I'm a big strong man. You know what I mean? So we all are children, really. But this is saying that in June, you've got to come out of this, and you've got to show some, not physical maturity in terms of your status, your age, or your intellect. You're going to be challenged on your intuition. You're going to have to show some insight maturity. That's interesting, isn't it? And you're going to have to forgive somebody, and possibly forgive yourself. But I think this is about somebody else. And by forgiving them, sometimes it can make you think that you're making yourself vulnerable. I can't let them get away with that, because they'll do it again. That would be a mistake in June for you. You've got this massive power and this spiritual protection, so you can allow yourself to be vulnerable with forgiveness in June, and that's going to be your best course forward, Jane. I think the reason you're hearing that now in May, even in March, even though that's 3 months off, is that situation is in formation now. So I think you've got a situation where maybe you might want to prove yourself, or you might want to prove something to somebody else, and the cards are saying, as it develops, forgive them and have some spiritual insight. And it's not going to make you vulnerable. It's not going to make you vulnerable, that you can be that rhinoceros and still be childish. Okay, I hope you can take that, Jane. Be very interested to see how that develops, and I think that's an important message for you. I'm going to work with Julia now, who's given me, who's asked for 12. Okay, I'm going well. We're getting through this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the card for Julia. Recognition and reward by spirit. Okay, so at the moment, and particularly with what's going on with prices, it's a bit shit, isn't it? You know, I'm lucky at the moment. I'm in Thailand. The prices are going up here, but they're still half the price of what they were when I moved here 4 years ago. Relatively speaking, petrol here is still only 36 baht or 40 baht a litre, which is like 80 pence. It was over £1 4 years ago in the UK, and I think it's getting up to like 160, 170, 180 now, isn't it? So I've got that, Meg. I've got that. I've got your number 44, Meg. Don't worry. I've got quite a few readings to go. If you stick with it, I've got you, Meg. So where I am with this for you, Julia, is that you're going to be rewarded, even though it would be nice to have some cash or some physical recognition. You're going to be spiritually rewarded. In other words, you're going to be earning your angel wings. You're going to be given your angel wings for what you're doing on a heart level and on a spiritual level. It's a little bit like I was talking with Jane before. You're in a position of authority. You're in a position of power and influence in the world. You know, you have that connection with people where what you say changes their physical circumstances and also your own. But this is not about that. You're going to be rewarded spiritually. You're going to be blessed. You're going to be blessed. So let's see what that's about. You're going to have a breakthrough of awareness. This actually comes in May, June, July for you. So it's building up now, because it's actually reward and recognition in March. And then in the next 3 or 4 months, you're going to have a massive breakthrough spiritually. I know that you are very spiritual. I know, because you've come on many of my lives and events and physical courses and training things with your family and everything, your daughter and what have you. But some of your physical circumstances and your physical situations have been quite challenging for you. And I can say the same for myself. Even though people look at my life and go, well, you're a lucky guy in Thailand with all those coconuts and swimming pool and heat and your motorbike, blah. They don't know my story. They don't know your story, do they? You smile and you're a lovely person, but they don't know what's going on. You know, if people try to walk a mile in your shoes, they realise that, you know, you're a survivor and you know, you're a good-hearted person, and it's not been easy. And I could look in the mirror and say that to myself. This breakthrough that you're going to have, if you trust yourself, this is the card I pulled for you, you're going to fly. You're going to fly, Julia. You don't probably realise that at the moment, but this flying is going to start for you in July. In July, you're going to fly, and you do deserve it. And that's the recognition and reward that you're going to get from Spirit. And I'm telling you that tonight. You heard it here first. Because you're a good guy. And because you're a good guy, even though you're a girl, you're going to fly. Well done, Julia. I'm going to go with Tina now, who chose 13. Okay, I'm loving this. I hope you are. If I miss you, give me a reminder. But just let me tell you that I've got Rosemary, Alex, Karen, Steph, and then I'm going to do Martin, which is Rosie's brother, Jan, Mike, and Harrison, and then Meg. Okay, I am going to get to you. Okay, Jane, thank you. Steph Lewis, have I missed you? Where's Steph? No, you haven't missed it yet, Steph. You gave me the number 9 and I'm not there yet. I'm not far off you, but I'm not there yet. I'm actually working with Tina at 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, hang on, I've gone past 17, 16, 15. Right, 13. That's the card at 13, Tina. Stand your ground. Spirit is telling you, Tina, to stand your ground. Challenges, situations in the world where you have to. Okay, Helen. Helen Elizabeth is asking for 20. Hang on, just writing that down. Okay, I'm going to switch you guys off. I'm going to be doing this for about another maybe 40 minutes, but I'm aware that you're not seeing what I'm seeing. This has just been a demonstration, and I will be doing a YouTube demonstration. Talking to these guys, we'll be doing a YouTube demonstration on YouTube over the weekend. But I'm going to shut you guys off, and this has just been an opportunity for you guys to see. So thank you for watching, take care, and you know where I am.